For a while now, we've been talking about Edochie and Mary. Yeah. We've been talking about them, their divorce, the drama, show of shame, act of wickedness, a whole lot of shenanigans. And we've also been able to see how Mary has been able to jump out of that place of despair, penury, poverty, lack. How she has been able to bounce, how she has been able to crawl out, fly, and do what she's doing today. Now, the legal advisor to Mary said something that I think it is very important, very much important, because there is a lot that is circling all over social media about the divorce and if it has been resolved fully, partially resolved, if Mary has decided to forgive and then forget about this, if Edochie has decided to turn a new leaf. But before I proceed, I need to let you know something that Mary said. Maybe remind you of what she said at the beginning. She said, mistakes can happen. Anybody can make mistakes. Anybody can do whatever, and I mean, it can happen to anybody. And she's referring to what happened between herself and ex-husband, Edochie. Like, I know we are not perfect. Things can happen, but writing what is wrong is important. When you are unwilling, that means Mary was expecting. Mary must have asked Edochie questions, or she was expecting that Edochie would do the right thing. And now that you've gotten this woman pregnant, do you want to continue relationship with her, or you are taking your first family as your family, and then maybe you want to take that child and do the needful? Or do you want to establish yourself with this woman? Rather than Edochie rooting for his first family, he opted for a dual family, meaning polygamy. He wasn't interested in monogamy. He wanted polygamy. He wanted a family here and there. And Mary said, no, I am not cut out for this. I am not ready for this. I won't do this. This is the end of the road. Edochie didn't take this decision easy. He believed within himself. Is the man of the day. He's on top of his game, and he can do and undo. Mary stood her ground, refused him physical, emotional, and all of that. Refused him like, man, no, I am not cut out for polygamy. And now, Edochie had a problem. The problem he had is indecision, and also he's full of pride and ego. That ego in him is just too much. It kind of clouded his sense of reasoning. He never knew that Mary could stand this strong and say enough is enough. He thought having those number of children is enough to sort of like reduce the self-worth of Mary. Because some men think if a woman has 3-4 children, like they make sure that they get their wife pregnant like back to back. Once she has 3 children, then she's tied forever down. Whatever I dictate becomes. Maybe it might work with with certain kind of women, but not everybody. If you have a woman who is career, in fact, let's just say a woman who knows what she wants in life, and her mind is clear, not followed up with some foolishness, then you are backing against a wrong tree because you're on your own. So she stood her ground. Edochie thought it was a joke. He thought somehow he thought he could, that he might be able to manipulate, might be able to run the show that way. It didn't work. Not at all. It didn't work. Now, according to the legal team of Mary, he started with this. He said, if you are contemplating divorce, one of your primary concerns is likely how long the process will last in court. Nobody wants to be entangled in a lengthy legal battle that drags on for years. At this law clinic, we frequently receive inquiries about the timeline for divorce cases, and while we can offer some guidelines, the duration can vary significantly based on several factors. 1. Contested versus uncontested. Now, in the case of Edochie, they have a serious issue on ground. Contested. Edochie does not want to mediate and go along with what Mary wants, and Mary is also unwilling to budge. The question is, who, if we are to look at it objectively, Mary cannot respond positively, accept, condone, or whatever Edochie is presenting. Uncontested divorce. Now, this occurs when you file a divorce petition, serve it to your spouse, and they either fail to respond or do not appear in court. If the court is satisfied that your spouse was properly served, it will treat the case as uncontested. You would simply enter the witness box to testify, and the divorce will be granted because the man is not contesting the divorce. He's not saying, no, I want you. But in the case of Edochie, he's saying that he wants Mary today, tomorrow, and forever. And he said that he has nothing to do whatsoever with Judy Austin, that they are skit makers, that they are only putting out videos to entertain their audience. That's what he said. But we know that that is not the truth. Contentious, and non-contentious. Just because a divorce is contested doesn't mean it is contentious. The level of disagreement between parties plays a role, a crucial role. For instance, if the parties differ only on minor issues, like who will spend Christmas with the children, their case is contested but not contentious. Mediated versus unmediated. I'm not going to go into that because we know that both of them could not reach an agreement when they were given the opportunity. So, in real life, if we look at Edochie and May, what are their issues? Child support, medical expenses, education, property. They have issues as regards this. Now, clarification about Queen May versus Edochie's divorce case. Queen May's legal team issued a statement. No, they have not issued any statement regarding a divorce proceeding since February. According to the legal team, they were simply addressing malicious trolling and bullying directed at Queen May and her children. But there is this false claim circulating online, including those, that you probably must have come across. They fabricated a lot and said a lot of things. They put out comments such as, the divorce has been signed, Queen May is free, Edochie and Judy Austin, they are going to jail. No, that is not true. It is not true. They are still on this divorce journey. It's not going to be an easy one. But I'm sure, very sure, that it will come to an end very soon. Now, Edochie also, he has ceased to make comments as regards his divorce on social media. He's no longer petty in that way. But of course, he serves his goal, his thing, he does his thing with Judy Austin, which is okay. There is no stress about that.